Hello everyone. This is Shenika with Royal Statements, and we are here because tonight is the live that I told you about. Today we are going to work on recreating some composition notebooks. I'm going to take you step by step and show you how I create mine. I'll be doing that live tonight. So this is what I have done, and this is what it turned out to be. All right, and so this one was the other one, and this is how it turned out. So as you're coming in, please be sure to share this live out so that others can see what we are doing. I know I'm like a minute early, but I want to go ahead and get started so we can get things moving. So do me a favor. If you can hear me okay, give me a thumbs up. Give me a yeah, girl, so we can get started. As you're coming in, please let me know if you can hear me by giving me some hearts or some thumbs up so I know that the audio is fine. All right. So hopefully everyone's doing good. No one is telling me they cannot hear me, so I'm going to assume that you can hear me, okay? So today I am going to be using this Pen and Gear composition notebook that I purchased from Walmart. I believe it was 50 cents, and so this is what I'm using to create my design. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to show you all everything so you can size it yourself. So, for instance, this right here is sized. Let me go back to it, make sure I did it right. This is sized at 7.5 by 10.7. Okay? That's sized at 7 by 5 by 10.7. Okay? That's the sizing of the cover. 7.5 by 10.7. All right, so I'm not sure if you all saw my video earlier, but I did a composition type theme for the snack tray. So this image is what I'll be using for this particular design. So it'll all flow cohesively. All right, so I'm going to head over and go ahead and grab the items that I need. Now, if you are a Creative Fabrica person, you can find these digital papers there. If not, I suggest you join Creative Fabrica, but it's worth the cost when you join. All right, so composition. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my digital paper here. Go ahead and stretch it out so that everything will be this particular size right here. Okay, so that part has been done. Now I am a AI art girly, and so I created some images in Chat GPT and Sora, and so I am going to be using those images for today. All right, so I thought these little girls were too cute. So we have this one here, and she has the eraser and the ruler in her hair. And then we also have this one here, and she has 2 pencils. So because I want my items to flow, I'm going to use this one. And I'm just showing you all the others that I have. But these images came out super duper cute. But this is the one that I'll be using. So bring her back over here. I'm going to go to background remover. If you are a Canva Pro user, then the background remover for you is completely free. All right, now she has a name on her jacket, right? Well, what if your little girl or whoever you're designing for, their name is not Ava? Again, we can go to edit, and then we'll go to magic eraser, which is in Canva, and we're going to erase that name on the jacket, and that will allow me to then type in the name that I want there. So I'm just going to use my eraser tool here to get rid of that, and then click on erase. Now sometimes you may have to go back over it 1 or 2 times, like this one right here, it left a little brown. So again, go back over it, and this is allowing you to erase what was once there, and you are then able to type in the name that you want to see. All right, I may go over it 1 more time, just to for a little bit more. All right, let's see what this one does. All right, so we'll just stop right there. Okay, so this is my girl, right? I created this image using Sora, which is found in ChatGPT. She came with the name. I used my magic eraser to erase the name, and I also did the background remover as well. So I'm going to blow her up so I can see. Now I want to give her a name, and typically when I design things, I use a combo of my 2 daughters' names, and it's always going to be Najee. Right? So this is a name that's going to go on her jacket here. Now, of course, you have to get it in place, but I want to change this font. That is a Poppins font. It's cool and all, but I uploaded some fonts that I downloaded from Creative Fabrica, and so I want to use this one. So let me change the color. Let's see, the black. But yeah, no, that's not going to be enough for me. So I'll go back in. I have several different fonts that I downloaded from Creative Fabrica today. So let's see. That's one. That's another one. I want something that's going to be kind of bold. So that might be it for me. All right, so make it bigger, and then I am going to go now I'm going to go here and make it that color, then go over to my effects, go for an outline, and we are going to outline this name in a darker color. I think dark color, let's see. I'm gonna switch it. So this will be that. And then my effects is gonna be that, all right? And now I'm going to increase the thickness of it. And so now we have that there for her name, okay? Everybody see that? All is good. Y'all still following along with me? If you have any questions, please be sure to let me know. Thank you for the hearts. Again, as I said, share it out if you think somebody else can use this information. Now, I'm going to make sure that I group these two together, because whenever I move her now, everything's all in one, and I don't have to worry about leaving her name behind. Okay, so I do have all of this extra space, right? I want to, I'm going to design around it, but I do want to make sure that I do keep mind of my border, because the composition part would be wrapped around the cover, and so I don't want my entire design to be blocked off or cut off when it's wrapped around the notebook. Okay, all right, so we have this here. Now again, sticking with our composition theme, I'm going to go back over and I am going to go back to my composition things that I've already uploaded in on my computer, and this is going to be the cover, right? So we have this right here that says composition. I know it's covering her up, but we'll change that in a bit. But first, I want to make it larger again. Now for this, again, I'm going to go to edit, and then I am going to go to Magic Eraser. And these are all Canva Pro things. So if you don't have Canva Pro, I highly suggest getting it because you are able to do so much with it. So erase these lines, and then I'm going to take this off right here. Okay, erase. And now it is there. It's blank and ready for me. So what I am going to do here is I am going to type her name up here as well. So I'll come down, go to my text, and then, as I said earlier, whenever I design something, my designs always have a combo of my girls' names. And so this, her name is Najee. And I'm going to use the same font like I used on her shirt. Thank you for the hearts. Go up here to Pop-ins, change that. And the font I used is called Varsity Spirit Regular. That was a font that I downloaded from Creative Fabrica. Alright, and then I'll make it this color. Go to my effects, outline, and then it'll be that color. And then I'm going to increase the thickness of it. Alright, let's see how that looks. And sometimes, you all, when you increase the thickness, you see how you have this those jagged pieces right there. So I'm just going to decrease it some, so I won't have that many jagged pieces there. And I kind of want to be thick, but we'll take it down a notch. All right. Okay. So we have this here. I think I want to remove the words composition book as well, so that way I can move her name up more. So again, just go to edit, magic erase, take this back off and erase that, and then I'm able to move her name up some more, and we'll be ready to go. Does anyone have any questions? Any questions? I'll make it a little bit smaller. All right. Just making up a fictitious name. But you know what? For the purposes of this, we're not going to add a last name because we want to make sure that our children are protected, right? So we'll leave the last name off. So we have this here. Okay. Now I'm going to position, and I'm going to move her above so she will, so she's in front of the composition piece of it. But I want to then group those two things together so they are there, and then again still move her back on top of it so her little puff is there. Make this a tad bit smaller so we can see some. All right, so this is what we have so far. This is her book, and so this is where we're going. Yes, I start out on an 8.5 by 11 and design within that. This square I'll make it back small again. It's 7.5 by 10.7. 7.5 by 10.7. I'll type that here. 7.5 by. That's the sizing that I use. Okay. So we have that there. Now, again, I'm not going all the way to the edges because I want to make sure that I am leaving room for bleed, making sure that I don't have my design on the inside of my cover because it's going to wrap around it. But I do want to add in, you know, some school type stuff, right? So this is digital paper that I got from Creative Fabrica, and I am just going to make it smaller. It's a ruler, right? But I want to use this as part of my design. I want it to kind of be part of my design. So I'm just going to try some things out. All right, so that 7.5 by 10.7, I sure did, and it's in the comments too. 7.5 by 10.7. All right, so I am trying to add in more elements just to bring this design to life. So add in more things to bring it to life. And so this is where we are right now. You are welcome, Holla. Let's see. So, getting this together, looking at trying to find more things to make this design pop some. Okay, so bear with me as I go through my elements. All right, so I'm going to type in banner on the side here. In your elements, you have banner, and they have different types of banners that are there. Okay, so this is what we have. These are our shapes that we have here. And so, again, I am going to add, and I'm not going to go all the way to the edge because remember that's going to be wrapped around the notebook. And I'm not going to go all the way to the top. So let me make my canvas bigger and then bring it down so we can see how it looks. And yes, I'm going to change the color of it, but I just need to get my placement together. You know what? Sorry, y'all. Let me look at something else really, really fast because, again, I want this to flow, right? So I have to be certain that because, again, I want this to flow, right? So I have to be certain that I use. So this is going to be tape here, right? And I'll place my tape up here on top. So that is there. Because I want everything to flow together. So if you were to create this and if you were going to use the back to school template, then you also have this as well to go along with it. So, and I am going back in to find my elements that I use. All right, so this is my bow right here. Make it small as we can see. So it's my bow, and I will place this up here, but make it smaller. Down smaller again. So that is there. And then had a globe on it. Okay. All right. I like that globe. Okay. Have this globe. I want to change my blue to be a more of a vibrancy. Change my green to be more, of an earth green. So you can use, when you have these colors up top, you can change it to fit what you are looking for. All right, and I want to all right, so we'll have that globe that is there. Turn that to the side, kind of, and make it a little bit bigger. And bring it down some right there. And then I also had a light bulb. So again, I'm going to duplicate what I did earlier on this. So adding in those elements. I have to make them smaller and shift them around some because I, again, want to ensure that I am not, it's not yellow, that I am not going to be cutting them off. They're not too far with the border. All right, so how are we feeling about this right now? What are y'all thinking? Give me your thoughts. Y'all talk to me. What are you thinking right now? I had these on there as well. Duplicate that. Any thoughts? Any comments? Put that there. And then push those. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Name. Push those to the back. Okay, so we have that going on right here. I think I want to make this a little bit smaller so that star isn't all over her face. So this is it, okay? So this is the design. Yes, I know she is not all the way at the bottom, but remember, if I put her all the way at the bottom, then some of her is likely to get cut off. I can stretch her out to make her a tad bit bigger. So we'll see how that goes as far as if she gets cut off, okay? Now, this is the front. So our front and our back are going to be the same. You may do some things a bit different, but let me show you what I did on mine. So this is the front, and this is the back of this one. You see how they're still similar? And then on the other one that I showcased the other day, this is the front, and this is the back. So they're still similar, but you still have some differences. All right, so we are going to do the same thing over here. So this is the front. Now, when you put this on your front, note that this part right here is going to line up with this black. Okay, so this is going to line up right here with this black. Now, when we shift to the back, we are going to make sure that we know that this side is going to be on this, okay? So I'm going to flip her around, taking her name off because I don't want her name to be on the back of it because it's already on the front, right? And I'm taking off some things. I'm going to flip this around to where it's the other side. Yep. Okay, and then I'm going to make her bigger, because this over here is going to be over here. Remember, this is going to butt up right to this black. So I want to make her bigger, but I do still want to preserve some things for the design so that it is not all the way completely lost and or different. Okay, so we have this here, and I think that we are good. Anyone have any questions for me at this point? Any comments? Anything you want to ask? Anything you think I should add? What I am going to do is I am going to make sure that I put in my logo. So I have my logo, and I'm going to do my sub logo, which is just my RS and not the full entire royal statements. So I have this here, and then I am going to just get a shape and then put it behind it. You know, if you have your QR code, you can do that as well. But I told you all, I don't sell these. I'm just making them and showcasing how to do it. So please use this. Thank you, Alma Gomez. Please use this tutorial as a launching pad for you to make these, okay? You decide how you want to sell them, if you want to sell them, if you are an educator, making for your class, whatever you want to do. So I gave you the sizes of what you need and everything. So thank you, Mother Mobley. She was created in Sora. Sora is within Chat GPT. It's like another screen that opens up and it populates there. So that's my logo, but I don't really like it right there. So again, I'm going to group these two things together so I can move them together. So it's all together. So I think I'll put it right there. No problem, Mother Mobley. The sizing is 7.5 by 10.7. 7.5 by 10.7. Let me see if I can. All right, that comment has been pinned, okay? So the size has been pinned. All right, so from this point, we are ready to go ahead and print. So this is the front, and this is the back. So let's see how these things come out looking. So you go to your share. You're going to go to download. And you have to make sure that, one, you choose PDF print. Why? Because using PDF print ensures that your document sizing does not change on you. Trust me when I say this, because it's happened to me before. When I've downloaded things as a PNG, sometimes the sizing shifts and it messes up for you, right? So I always download as a PDF print. I choose CMYK for the best professional printing. Go ahead and download that. And I'm going to tell you all, this template is available on my PayHip for sale, and these images are included within that. So if you want to buy the images there, you can. When I'm done here, I will go ahead and upload those images separately. But you can use those images commercial free to do this design. Look, I made this yesterday. This is a hand sanitizer label. It all flows together. It's all cohesive. And I even did my little favor to go inside too. This is a fun size M&M packet. All right. So the possibilities of what you can do are endless. I don't want you all to solely think one dimensional. Always know when I sell something, I'm talking about it, I'm going to give you more than one way to spend this. Okay. because I think it's important to know how to use what you design and more. I'm going to give you more than one way to spend this, okay? Because I think it's important to know how to use what you design and more. On my printer, I print using an Epson 8550 printer. Epson 8550 printer. So getting my desk set up so when I transfer over, I'll have everything together for that. All right, so now when I go to print, I'm going to go to my file. Hello, D Sewing T-shirts, thank you for joining in. I'm going to go to file, I'm going to go to print. A lot of questions I have had about what are my print settings. Print settings do matter. Your print settings are based upon the type of paper that you are using. Your print settings are based upon the type of paper that you are using. So again, my Epson 8550 printer, I have that set. I'm going to go to printer options, then I'm going to click on print settings. All right, click on that. My page source is going to be my rear paper feeder. Then I'm going to select my photo paper that is glossy. I'm going to click on high quality, and then I'm going to say okay. And then we are ready to print. Did everybody get that? Everybody got the print settings? We good on that? No worries. Okay. So I'm going to go to file. I'm going to go to print. It pops up. All right. I am going to go to my printer options, go to print settings. Paper source comes from my rear paper feeder. I'm going to select my photo paper as glossy, and I'll put my print quality at high quality, and then we're ready to print. All right. So we say okay, we print. All right. So it is printing, and I'm going to move my area over. I'm also going to showcase my Epson 8550 printer, okay? This Epson 8550 printer is one of the best investments that I have made. This is going on, I believe, year 3 this Thanksgiving that I purchased my inkjet printer. I am a lover of printers, as you can see from my stash, right? But this one right here is my workhorse. This one is what I've been using a lot of. I was a laser printer girly. Laser printers, the toner, the ink for the laser printer is expensive. And you have to purchase 4 different cartridges. That adds up. I would go to Office Depot and they would price match their pricing on their website. But I would still, y'all, be paying about $4 to $5 for ink, which is crazy. Laser printers, don't get me wrong now, they work beautifully. But, yeah, no. So, this Epson 8550 printer is a wide format printer. And the ink I use for this, I have 6 cartridges. And the ink for this is less than $60, I believe. So if you are questioning yourself, you don't know, I highly suggest it. Now with Epsons, with inkjet printers, paper matters. And so you have to know your paper, the paper type, to make sure it pushes out a nice, powerful punch. But when you get that down, you know, you're good. You're cooking with gas, as they say. All right. Sorry, what size was I? No worries, Melissa. It is 7.5 by 10.7, and that has been pinned to my comments, but it's 7.5 by 10.7. See, I did not convert mine. I did sublimation before, and I stopped. One, because I converted a inkjet printer, and it was more of a hassle for me because I didn't sublimate a lot, and so when you don't use it, you know, you have to always go back and unclog the heads and stuff. So I didn't do that. Oh, this one, $20 ink. Yeah, that was nice. That was nice as well. So you put your inside journal. No, Shauna, this is already pre-made. I'm not putting anything on the inside. I'm using this to just put sticker paper on the cover of this notebook. You know what? If you want to convert it, that's on you. But child, I'm like, no. All right, so it is printing out. Anybody have any more questions? I'm going to set this down right here. I'm going to grab something. So, but I do a lot of both projects, inkjet. So if you do both of them, then go ahead and do it. You know, if you do, then make it work for you. When I did sublimation, I bought the actual printer for sublimation, and I cannot remember the name of it right now, but I bought so I didn't have to worry about clogged heads and everything, and it worked beautifully. But I did not get the wide format, so I was limited in my size. So with anybody buying a printer, I'm going to say go big or go home. Go big. No, Shauna, for my full-blown journals, I use my inkjet printer. I need to invest in a monochrome laser just for black and white, but right now I still use my laser for the insides. I'm sorry, my inkjet for the inside of my full-blown printers. So this right here, this cover, for this paper, this was printed out using my Epson inkjet printer. So you see how that color is it's vibrant. So this is what you get. And that's what I said. You have to be sure you have the right kind of paper. This is a glossy cover. Again, it works well. Just choose the right size paper. Yeah, I learned that the hard way, D. So, and I try to make sure I tell people, because I don't want anybody to make the same mistakes I did. Go big and go home. Go big, go home. Yeah, lasers. Oh, you see my two sitting over there. It's like, Mother Mobley. The 8550 can print up to 13 by 19. 13 by 19 is what the inkjet printer can print up to. 13 by 19. So this paper, this is glossy. That's the glossy. You see it shining right there. But I printed that on my inkjet printer, and this is matte. This is matte paper that I used inside of my laser printer. So matte paper is koala matte paper, and this is the koala brochure paper. I am. Yes, Mother, I am. All right. So these two items are almost done printing, and we are getting ready to get things together. And this is another one. This is how my Epson printer prints. This is all AI art, and it's wonderful. My paper holder, these trays, it's two trays stacked on top of one another. I purchased from Target about 3 years ago. I purchased from Target about 3 years ago. And they are the brand Bright Room. Yes, the mat is still beautiful. I love how the mat comes out. All right, so this is the back. That's the back of our journal, right? And this is the front. Okay, so turn my camera around. Okay, so now it's time to cut it out. Okay, so I'll use my Fiskars paper cutter. Last question, can you show the gloss inkjet paper package? I don't have the package for the gloss, but this is the matte. It's the same name brand, but it's Iva vinyl sticker paper, and you choose glossy. All right. Okay, so this, you're welcome. No, ma'am. My ink does not rub off. Not coming off. Okay, so that's that corner. Now let's do the back. Remember, this is a part that's going to butt up to the other black on the back. So we're going to cut this. And again, my ink does not rub off. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, place that to the side. Now we are going to go ahead and adhere. Again, sorry y'all for my my point of view. Can you all see this good? Is this good for you all? I want to make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm make sure I have everything in the camera. All right, so now we have this here. And do you see how this is going to be right here? So I'm going to move this down some. You can kind of fold it and see what is going to get cut off. All right, so part of her backpack is going to get cut off. Bow. So I could have, I think you cut the wrong side. No. Oh, you sure? Right, I did cut the wrong side of the back. So I could have sized down on some of this. So as you're doing yours, you know, keep your eye on it and see how it's going to come out. All right, so I could have made some things smaller, but I'm not going back now because you're already here. Just learn from my mistakes. All right, so I'm going to just turn this one side over because I want to make sure I keep it in position and I don't lose what I have already. Don't lose my positioning of everything. Keep it all right here. I think I may slide down just a smidge. All her name not cut off. All right. So we're here, right? Now I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this part to pull the backing off, but still hold my hand there in place to make sure it doesn't slide. All right. Pull it back and go ahead and stick. Now we have that portion that is stuck. I'm going to lift this back part up, and then I am going to pull. Pull ever so gently. Sorry, y'all. Pull ever so gently. So, and then still, you know, smooth it down as I go to make sure that it all adheres. I don't have any bubbles, and it's exactly where I want and need it to be. Okay, so that is it. This is the front. All right, so you see this right here. So this, we're going to come here. We're going to fold it down. And then I'm going to cut. I should have cut this prior to folding it down, but I didn't do it. So I'm going to cut this right here on the edge. And then fold it down. And I messed up on my edges. I'll fix that on the back side so y'all can see how it's supposed to be done. Alright, then fold this part down. Right here. So this is the front. My measurements were 7.5 by 10.7. Those measurements are, the comment is pinned up top so you can see it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is the front. All right, so now we'll do the back. And yep, I messed up. And I cut too much. I cut the wrong side off. Let's see. Let's see how I can salvage this without having to print again. Let's see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's see. So this is here. Butt right up to it. So even though I did that wrong, we're still good. All right. So again, I'm going to hold this in place. I'm going to peel off the backing. All right, you have it pressed down. And again, use my little, you see how that's coming up? But guess what, y'all? This stick of paper, you see how it comes off so good? So don't be afraid if you make a mistake. Peel this thing back off and keep on going because it comes off just fine. All right. So we press down here again. I'll hold my finger here for a little bit. All right. Let's try this again. All right. So squeegee this down. Okay. Boom, bam. There we go. All right. And this is the back. All right. So now what I want to do this time, I didn't do on the front, is I am going to cut. I'm going to cut right here at this edge. Cut there. And then flip it around. And I'm going to cut here. All right. That's going to allow me to be able to cut some more if I need to later on, because now it's not going to be all the way stuck together, right? So flip it around and fold this part down right there. And now we are here. Then I'm going to fold this part down. And then again, I'm just going to cut my edges. And we're done. All right, so this is my way. You know, everyone has their own version. Everyone has their own way of doing things. Well, this is my way. So this was my tutorial on how to create these composition notebooks, giving that cover to the composition books. Does anyone have any questions? Any questions? All right. I sure could have used that foam paper ring. And so this all flows together. This matches that. And this is a sanitizer. And these are my miniature, my fun size M&Ms. So I wanted to have something that's cohesive and all flows together. So that is there. Now this template I am selling. And it comes in 2 different sizes. It comes in the small size and the larger size. And this one, I left off any images because you can add, whichever ones you want. The sizing is 7.5 by 10.7, and that is pinned in the comments as well. 7.5 by 10.7, pinned in the comments. I do not make pencils. You are welcome. Does anyone have any more questions? I hope that you all enjoyed the live. It was beneficial to you all. I used to go live all the time, like once a week. It's been a while since I went live. But I wanted to show this to you all because I know everybody's doing this now. It's all the rage. And I did some last year too. Thank you. I did some last year too in South Canada. There's another site. Thank you, Jean. I solely used to be a Photoshop girl, but since I am a ambassador, I do promote Canva most of the time. That's all I use most of the time, which is Canva. Canva is good because it gives you your pre-made templates in there, and so you have something which to start. I say, Photoshop is when you know exactly what you're doing. You can boom, bam, put together. But Canva gives you a base. They have some things already preloaded for you to use. This paper is Iva sticker paper. It is here. It's Iva sticker paper. It comes in matte, glossy, and frosted. And frosted is like a transparent sticker paper. It works well. I mistakenly purchased one that was for laser printers, and guess what? It still worked just as fine. So I remember you have to use the right settings for the paper in which you have. Oh no, Shauna. Hopefully this third time is gonna be it, girl. You won't mess up again. The books came from Walmart. They are pen and gear. These are pen and gear composition books, like 50 cents, right? From Walmart. Pen and gear composition books. And so this is something I made for myself. Please try and let me know. Let me know how things go. So every year I make my own planner. And so this is the planner that I did right here. And I have my tabs up here. And so I'll show you all some of the inside of it. So this is my planner and everything right here, right? And so I wanted to have something to go along with it. And so this is my own composition book. So that's the back and that's the front. So it all matches how the inside cover of what? This is the inside cover of my planner. And this is the inside cover of the composition book. I didn't cover it up. What you can do is measure it, and you can either choose to cover that with cardstock or something of that nature, should you choose to. I do not have a current updated tutorial for my planners. I had planner classes, so when I offer my classes, I did have one up, but now that's down. It's not available for replay anymore. So currently there are no classes for journals. I may offer one in the fall, so be on the lookout for that. I know everyone has their own style and way of doing things, so we're all different. So you have to go with who you believe in and to follow them and take their class. Does anyone have any more questions about anything? Any questions? Now she is super duper cute. Ooh. Thank you. Just what paper? The paper I'm using is Iva sticker paper. Iva sticker paper. You can say cartoon, you can say a digital image. You put in, you know, the verbs, what you need for what you want to see. But I do believe for these two images, I used a digital illustration, and that's what it gave me. You're welcome. You're welcome. I want to show you all one more thing, then I'll be done. Let you go, because everyone's time is precious, right? So this, thank you. So this is my template that I have currently for sale, and as I said earlier, it comes in 2 sizes. And this PNG, you have 4 PNGs that go along with it. But what I'm going to do is, when I get off of here, I am going to just add the PNGs up for sale as well. So I'll put them there so you can purchase them. Now let me put you on some free game, okay? When you get this PNG image, if you want to, if you are an AI person and want to work on your prompts, what you can do is put this image into your Chat GPT or your Sora, or into Chat GPT, and ask it to create a prompt for that image. It will give you what you need, okay? And then from there, you can build up to what you want, okay? So don't be afraid of doing that, because people sell images, right? But when you create them in Chat GPT, in Sora, they're yours. Yes, they pull from various sources, right? But that image is yours. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to place these images up on my PayHip account, my PayHip site, and they'll be there. So if you go to royalstatements.com, when you go to my website, you click on dollar PNGs. Once you do that, it takes you back over here, and then you're able to find all the stuff that is there. Okay, so those are there. I have other PNGs. I have like PLR right items to be able to do a digital stationery bundle. All those things are there. But this is there, and I'll also have these PNG images up within the hour or so. All right. Anyone have any more questions? It tells you in violation of what when you enter your own prompt, Shauna? Really? That's crazy. All right. So thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to inbox me and ask. With certain images, yeah, I lately have been playing around with both Sora and Chat GPT. I think I put a post up yesterday saying which one looked the best, because I put in the same exact prompt and got 2 totally different images that populated. So I love them both, but now Sora is like, moving slowly up up on the ladder. So be sure to follow me here on TikTok. I am going to share this video out as well to my YouTube channel, so you can always go back and rewatch it, stop and pause. And yeah, so be sure to follow me. You all have a wonderful night. Take care. Again, last call. Any questions? Sora is like, oof, I like her. I like her a lot. Thank you all for joining in. Take care and have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.